On the news tonight, causes and possible ways of combating drug abuse among youth in focus. More roads seeking urgent government attention in Ilorin metropolis. Audit firm recommends panel of inquiry to look into the look of over 11 billion naira from Kwara Treasury. Plus, tidbits from the world of entertainment and sport. This is News Tonight, coming to you live from the studio of NTA ILORIN. My name is Ahmed Flani. Good evening and many thanks for joining us. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak has received a 2-volume forensic audit report of the state accounts from 2011 to 2019, showing a loot of over 11 billion naira from Kwara Treasury within the period. The governor, while receiving the audit report at Government House in Ilorin, promised a thorough review of the report and execution of its recommendations in the best interest of Kwarans. Abdulhafiz Alaya reports.
The 2 volumes report, according to the auditing firm, covers the internally generated revenue, internal and external loans, capital and recurrent expenditures, as well as other spendings during the period under review. Findings in the audit report reveal serious financial infractions, breach of procurement law, payments for non-existing contracts, and looting to the tune of 11.9 billion naira. The audit firm is recommending the setup of an administrative panel of inquiry and prosecution of individuals and firms indicted in the report.
The audit revealed that loans were obtained by the Kwara State government within the period under review. The element of these loans could not be validated. Above all, the bank account to which these loans were disbursed and to what the loans were used for could not be established or validated.
While commending the efforts put into the audit report, Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak says the mind-boggling revelations were truly disturbing but not surprising, given the patterns of governance in those years.
It just confirms what we've been expecting and alluding to all along, what the state has been going through. Well, we also saw that it has taken a bit of time. I know there were certain deliberate efforts to obstruct your work. We will go through the report fully and abide by your recommendations. The few things you've said now is just mind-boggling, especially withdrawing cash of about 2 billion a month to the election and all sorts of infractions that took place. Certainly, we shall progress from here and do the needful.
The governor expressed hope that the report, like others, will help the state in deepening transparency and accountability. Abdulhafiz Alaya, NTA News.
Data released by the National Center for Health Statistics estimates that nearly 108,000 people died from drug overdoses from January to December 2021. This is a 50% increase from the number of deaths in 2022, as released by the center. Olajide Bello in this report takes a look at the causes and possible ways of combating the hydra-headed menace in the society.
Youth, they say, are the future of tomorrow that ought to take up the responsibility of piloting the affairs of the country. But the question is, how can these be realized with the chunk of adolescents and youth involved in drug abuse? Well, going by the statistics, the future seems quite bleak.
I'm taking it regularly, so there's nothing I cannot take. There's nothing I cannot take. I went ahead and started taking, there's what they call gigimu. That one you have to soak it in water for maybe 3 or 5 days, then you now drink it.
Folashade Abiola, a student of Kwara State College of Education, is of the view that failure on the part of government to provide in jobs is a major contributor that allows frustration to set in.
Taking this drug is something that we youths also know that it's also something that is disturbing our brain internally and so on. The ways why the government could curb this are, let's say, through the use of the NDLEA.
It's not advisable for youths to be taking drugs. You know, if you have a focus about your future, you know drug abuse is something that you can't go into.
Okpeyemi Gidado, the Director of Guidance and Counseling Center of the Kwara State College of Education, is of the view that engaging youth to channel their energy positively through entrepreneurial skill acquisition will go a long way to addressing the menace among the youth.
One thing about our school is that most of our students engage themselves in vocational studies too. Apart from the academic work, they have vocational skills which they engage themselves. So when they harness the two together, there won't be any need for them to engage in any form of drug abuse.
Benga Adekeye is an advocate for rebuilding a drug-free society and identifies the root of increase of drug abuse as multi-sectoral, cutting across family, school, government and religion.
People are even addicted to simple prescription drugs. And these prescription drugs begin to have adverse effects on them. I've seen cases whereby a patient has an illness, and the only thing that could be given to him is a drug that eventually, if he's not careful, he will become addicted to.
For the likes of Benga, if you cannot right the wrong of the past, you can just make a fresh start and end well. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Residents and shop owners along Kulende Estate Road are appealing to the state government to rehabilitate their roads. Olajide Bello in this report. Olajide Bello has an update on road rehabilitation within the metropolis.
NTA's first port of call was Kulende Estate Road, where I met Tunde Adebayo, who is a resident of the area for more than 10 years. Tunde, who knows the terrain of his area like the palm of his hand, says one of the major issues of the area is the deplorable state of the road.
Even though day before yesterday, it is God that saved my children. The motor that is dodging for the pothole wanted to hit the bike that they are on top.
So our road is so bad, and we need to make the federal government do the road.
As the likes of Tunde are finding it tough with the deplorable state of the road, Jonas Onibu, who is a commercial motorcycle operator along Okumalu and Saboke area, is indifferent, as his regular route is wearing a new look.
Look everywhere now, it's normal now. Not like before, you see everywhere, pothole everywhere, but now the governor is trying his best.
As various roads are receiving attention, both contractors and representatives of the Ministry of Works and Transport are ensuring that standards and specifications are met.
The state government, being supervised under the Ministry of Works and Transport, they'll be up and doing ensuring strict adherence to the standard and ethics of the job.
The government has been funding the project adequately.
A stitch in time, they say, saves nine. The likes of today are hopeful that if the tempo of the road rehabilitation is sustained, one day there will be light at the end of the tunnel for residents and road users of Kulende Estate in Ilorin. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Having the fear of Allah with faith has been described as panacea to security challenges in the country. This was the first of today's Jumat sermon at Saidu Ali Kali Central Mosque, Besson Road, Ilorin. Muhammad Azan, complete the report.
In his thought-provoking sermon, Imam Muhammad Mukhtar attributed the various security challenges confronting the country to lack of sincerity between government and the followers. To tackle the challenge headlong, the Islamic cleric admonished governments at all levels to approach governance with sincerity of purpose. He also called on people in position of authority to emulate the leadership style during the Caliph era, where transparency, fairness, and fear of Allah is their watchwords. He prayed Allah to forgive the congregation of their sins and bless them abundantly. The Imam thereafter led the worshippers in the observance of the 2 rakat prayers. The sermon, according to a cross-section of worshippers, was timely and apt.
We need to be closer to God, so that all the challenges the country is facing will come to pass.
Every Muslim to be abandoned and to be uprightness, so that our belief and service to Almighty Allah, we never live in doubt.
About following, the path which Allah and His Prophet, have laid down for us.
Muslim has to be good to each one another. We should not cheat each other. We are happy to be a Muslim.
Be humble
and we should know what our Prophet has taught us. We make use of it.
Muslims within and around basin area in Ilorin metropolis attended the Jumat prayer. Mohammed Azan, NTA News.
And on to the world of entertainment, Nigeria Afrobeat star Asake has revealed a track list for his upcoming debut album titled Mr. Money with the Vibe. Rachel Lighton has the details.
Afrobeat star Asake, via his Twitter account, has unveiled the track list of his debut album, Mr. Money with the Vibe, that will be released on the 8th of September. The guest appearances in the album include American rappers and Nigerian Grammy-winning megastar Burna Boy. In under development, Nigerian music star Peter Okoye's wife, Lola Motayo, has released stunning photos to mark her 50th birthday. The business development expert's hobby, Peter, also have amazing words to describe her on her birthday. Afro-pop singer Gucci has collaborated with renowned record producer Mastercraft to create a mind-blowing amapiano version of a recently released single, Speedometer. The song describes the exhilarating feeling of falling in love and compares the eddy feeling to riding in a fast car. Rachel Olaiton, NTA News.
On sports, Nigerian striker Sadiq Umar has officially completed its move from La Liga side Almeria to Real Sociedad in a deal worth €26 million plus add-ons and a 15% save-on clause until the 2027-2028 season. Abraham will be standing by for this.
Sociedad took to their official social media handle on Thursday to officially unveil the forward, handing in the jersey number 25. The 25-year-old comes in as a replacement for Alexander Isak, who joined Newcastle for a club record of £70 million. Ahead of the second leg clash of their final African Nations Championship qualifier against Nigeria on Saturday, the Ghana Football Association announced that the Black Galaxies friendly against FC Samatex has been cancelled. According to the body, the decision to cancel the friendly was to enable the coach and worker side focus on their all-important clash against Nigeria at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja on Saturday. Ghana owed a 2-0 advantage from the first leg and will hope to get the job done when they travel to Nigeria for the second leg. Serena and Venus Williams' glittering Grand Slam doubles career was brought to an end at the United States Open on Thursday as the United Sisters crashed out in the first round against Czech duo of Lucia Radeka and Linda Noskova. The Williams sisters, in what was almost certainly their final outing together as a Grand Slam doubles, slumped to a 7-6, 7-5, 6-4 loss at the Alto Ashes Stadium. Abdulwahid Bibire, NTA News.
And that is the size of our package for tonight. Many thanks for watching. I'll leave you with the outlook of tomorrow's weather forecast. Good night.